Okay, let's go live. Hello, everybody. It's Sally, the Upside Down Picker. With Todd, the Silver Hair Stacker.
I don't. Where's the?
Hope everybody's doing good today. Yeah, I'm just like, we're trying to. I don't want to lose power. I'm wondering how I'm going to be able to sleep today. That's kind of my main concern right now. If if my power is gonna be okay, if I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff falling on my freaking roof.
Yeah. I hope it's not as bad as Kentucky got.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like, I heard that overnight, like, there are parts of like Iowa. I want to say Iowa, not Ohio. I just asked Lori if she was getting all this wind. She hasn't replied to me yet. Hi, Cindy Y. Good to see you.
Cindy.
Hi, Steven. I haven't seen you in a while, Steven. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's crazy out there, man. It's like 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and it was fine all night last night. It's like 55 degrees here. It's pretty warm. It's eerily warm, so I'm sure there's going to be places that get hit harder than what we got, but I mean, it's not done yet. But our schools are out because of trees falling and stuff, and one of the main highways which goes through town is it's blocked off right now because there's trees across it. Not little trees, they're huge trees.
Somebody wants some attention.
Who's that?
Oh.
Well, you got your camera off.
Yeah, Jenny's growling at Gwen because she wants some attention. Or a snack.
And bacon.
Bacon. It's bacon.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that everything's gonna be okay with this weather. It's supposed to get down into the 20s tonight. So this whole wind thing is going to be bringing in a cold front, I'm sure. I bet that's what that's all about because it got warm here. All of our snow's almost gone. So
yeah, it's been warm here, man. It's crazy. This is December 17,
yeah,
16.
Yeah, usually here with it being December, it's usually cold and we usually have a bunch of snow already,
I mean, I hate to complain.
Well, I know. 68. Oh man, it's summer.
And it was 72 just about an hour ago, so it's come down just a little.
Yeah.
This is just crazy.
Wow. That is warm for December.
Yeah, it's supposed to get up to 77.
Wow. That's pretty dang warm. Thumbcrack, I heard a funny joke this morning. That says people from the UK say I'm British, and somebody says why did they say it like that? It's because they drank the tea. British.
It's in the tea?
They drank the tea.
Okay. I don't understand the joke.
because they don't use the T when they say British.
Oh,
They say
they
British.
drank the tea.
Yeah, they drink
Okay.
the tea.
Thanks for explaining. I'm just dumb this morning. Oh,
I thought it was cute. But yeah, I was home by like, shoot, 6:15 or something this morning, but then, just been waiting around watching what this is gonna do. And then my computer's telling me that, hey there, sister.
hey, Valerie.
Um, my computer's telling me that it wants me to download uh, Windows 11, and I'm like, I'm not doing it right now. If I did it right now, my computer wouldn't be ready to go.
Yep.
And my luck, my power would go out, and then, or it did. So it went out 6 times since 7:30.
Crack drinks tea. So he's British.
Uh-huh. He's British.
Oh, man.
So, how's everything going with you?
Real good. I drove up to get my auction wins yesterday morning, and I made a video about it.
Oh, good.
And one of the lots was those souvenir collector spoons.
Mm-hmm.
And like I bundled a bunch together and listed them.
Oh, good.
And what did I pay for those? Let's see.
They're point 8. How did you know that?
It's got 800 written on the back of every one of them.
Oh,
Yeah, they're 800 silver, which is, some people call it coin silver.
now did you find that those were a lot of the spoons that were like from Italy or
Yeah, just about all of them are, in fact, every one of them are Europe. I
yeah.
think there's an Ireland and then a Switzerland and
I don't think I've
several
ever
from Germany.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever found one from the United States that said that it was silver. I think the only ones that I've seen are from Italy and
Well, I've got one or
that
two
kind of
right
stuff.
in here. So
Uh,
this lot, I don't know if you can read it there. I bought the silver spoons for $15,
mm,
and then there was a buyer's premium of 10%, so they cost $16.50, right? But I already sold these 13 for $100.
for how much?
100.
Oh, well, that's
And
great.
the same guy bought the sterling spoons
Oh, good.
for $50.
Wow.
So
Well,
I
man,
turned,
you made out on the spoons, didn't you? You weren't expecting that.
well, I didn't expect them to. And the person who bought them uh, watched my YouTube video about picking them up.
Oh,
So he just
well,
went, I
that's
gotta
cool.
have that. So anyway, there was
Oh,
another coin. This one's interesting. This is a silver coin
oh,
that has been kind of mashed into concave, convex to form kind of a spoon cup.
that's cool.
And then a silver twisted wire has been soldered to it.
What is the coin from?
And it took me a long time to figure out what the coin is. This is a Persian, because I can't read the writing on it. It's in Arabic
Mm.
or something.
Huh.
And Sorry, my camera is really bad for showing stuff like this. There's a lion holding a spear and sun rays coming up behind. And I can't
That's
even
cool though.
tell what any of that stuff is.
Yeah.
But this was, when did Persia quit being Persia and
Mm.
became Iran?
Oh, right.
So
I don't know when.
I don't have a date on here and I can't read
Hmm.
the writing on it. And I Googled and Googled and Googled and couldn't find. I found the denomination is called 1,000 dinars, dinars. But I could not find what
When did
year
Persia
this was made.
when
The
did
coin
Persia
was
become Iran? 1935.
35. So this coin would be, yeah, at least the 1930s.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Sarah.
So yeah.
It'd be good whenever you could come on. That would be great. I put the link just in case anybody else wants to come on.
Yep. Hi, Anissa.
Um.
So anyway, I thought it was amazing. You know, on the auction, these spoons were listed. You know, collector souvenir spoons,
Mhm.
and they didn't have a count on them or anything. They had one picture of them, but they did say some are silver.
Oh,
So I just took a chance. I'll bet on that. Take a chance.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm
go open
glad.
the door for my dogs real quick.
Okay. So I thought that was cool. Yeah. So Valerie, how are you doing? I see Maggie. Hi Maggie, how are you doing? Maggie needs to come in and chat. Uh, so that's a loud door she's got. So yeah, Thursday the 16th.
Yeah, they were freaking out a little bit this morning with that door being open, and I have.
Moving into the warehouse today.
Oh, you're getting the
Good.
warehouse? Whew.
You're not going to live there, are you?
No, she's not gonna live there,
Oh,
but
okay. So you're
that's
getting a
awesome.
warehouse instead of just the rent
Storage unit, yeah,
storage units?
yeah.
Well, you had storage units.
Yeah,
Just
she
gonna
did. She had two of them.
You're gonna turn those back and then just put it all in one warehouse?
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good sized place.
How many square feet is your warehouse?
And it was only like 550 a month or something like that.
Wow, that's a lot less than.
Yeah, but she was paying, I can't remember. Oh, 2,400 square feet.
2,400 square feet? Good God,
Hmm.
that's bigger than my house.
And I mean, she was paying 160 or something, 260 for
Storage
the unit.
units?
Yeah, for two of them.
Wow, and so with a warehouse, you probably got a big door that rolls up, and you got a. Has it got a storefront on it?
I'm not sure, but it's got electricity. Doesn't have a bathroom. That's the only downside. But she says she got a McDonald's that's close by.
She can put a bucket in there. That'd be fine.
Girls
One of
don't like
the
buckets if
one of
we
those
can help it.
one of those camp toilets from Coleman. You put the little chemical packet in the camp toilet, and you just. I mean, you wouldn't want to use it all the time, but if you had an emergency and couldn't needed to needed to got like sick or something, you had to throw up or something, you wouldn't want to just run outside and throw up on the ground outside your warehouse.
No, I just do it in a trash can or something, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. I I wouldn't
I'll be right back.
I wouldn't try to be going. I had a oh, she has a plan for emergencies. Oh, that's right. Her son-in-law has his shop is right down the way. So that's good. That's a good thing. Hey there, Joanne. Yeah, we're having like super high winds here today. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to. Oh, there's Maggie.
Hey,
Hello.
hi.
How you doing?
Good. I've got my grandson here, so he's napping. So
Oh,
if he wakes up, I may have to
yeah.
pop out.
Been babysitting a lot.
What's that?
You've
I've
been
had
baby.
him all this week. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, which is fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be glad when next week comes. It
It's a lot of work.
is. They're exhausting.
Yeah.
You don't realize it when you're. I don't know. Remember when you did it when my guys were young, but I was
Yeah.
I was a lot younger then too. Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
That's
there's
great though.
Maggie.
Here I am.
Hi, Maggie. So with 2,400 square foot, you could just about partner up with another seller
Well,
and just share the rent.
uh,
Let them
were you
have
gonna
like,
wait for me?
oh, well, there you go. Of course, I meant Sally when I said that.
Well, what I was thinking, and I'm sure she's thinking too, is that I could, probably squeeze in there pretty easily, as long as I don't
Oh, there's
have
no
a
squeezing in 2,400 square feet. That's a lot.
well, yeah, but Valerie has a lot of stuff too.
Well, she doesn't have 2,400 square feet of it.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. We'll
That's
have to see how big it is compared to all her racks
yeah.
and everything. I know I have three of those metal storage shelves. I have three of those just for my clothing.
I mean, I got a ton of stuff, but it's all in maybe 500 square feet.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like the size of a double garage and a bedroom.
yeah,
And
I
yeah.
remember.
See, I have just a small bedroom.
that's just like 500 square feet. She's got almost 5 times that amount.
Oh wow, Joanne says that that's huge. My new office warehouse is only 480 square feet.
That's probably all you need,
Oh,
though, really, unless you're selling big stuff out of there.
well, that'll be good then.
She can
That'll be
start
good.
selling furniture and stuff.
Uh,
This whole apartment is 800 some square, 850 square feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And I have my stuff in the little dining room next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have, I think I have 750 listings up on eBay.
250?
750.
Oh, 750.
And then some Amazon stuff. So it's all just kind of shoved in this room. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that is a pretty big space.
Yeah. I mean, my goal right now is 5 listings a day. And I sometimes struggle to get that. So
I sold this morning. It is a tiger cub. It's called The Last Raindrop or something like that.
oh, it's so cute.
And I bought it for $3 at the thrift store. And yeah, some guy from Australia bought it this morning. So for
I've been selling a lot of stuff overseas.
That looks fragile.
yeah, it is. It is. It'll be
Fragile.
yep. It'll be bundled up, safe and warm.
It's got to be
See, I'm always
rare.
afraid to
Good
ship
morning,
stuff
Hank.
over.
Must be from France because it says fragile on it. Oh, Italian fragile. I don't know.
Do
um,
you have it listed yet?
oh, I sold it this
Oh,
morning.
you sold it. Oh,
Hmm.
awesome.
To some guy in Australia.
Oh, right. You did say that. Jeez. Mm.
Um, and then I sold a bottle of Fago last night.
You still doing that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, I got $17.99 for it.
That's
Golly.
Plus
wild.
the shipping.
I wouldn't think when the price of shipping went up that that would be all that much profitable anymore.
It's going to Arizona. It's
Oh,
only it's a 24. This is a 20 ounce. It's a 24-ounce bottle.
that's crazy.
I know. Hey there, Tara.
And you sold it for $17?
$17.99.
That's wild.
I know.
So I heard something from, I think it was Bearded Picker that said it,
Hey, Mr. Sadie.
that the price of long items now is going to go way up on United States Postal Service.
Really? Why?
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
like
like,
the medium cardboard tubes are
Uh-huh.
36 inches long. So anything you ship in those, they're not going to go with the regular uh, weight thing like a 12, 12, 12. They're going to put a higher cost on long items that
Wouldn't
would
that
fit in
just go
those.
along with what do you call it?
like
Metric or
dimensional.
Yeah. But if USPS goes up, then pirate ship will have to go up also.
mm,
So if you've got golf clubs and baseball bats, you might want to run a big sale before they switch that over
yeah.
because they're going to go way up in price on their shipping. I don't know how much. Uh, Let me see if I can Google it real quick. Uh,
Yeah, I don't see anything that says there's something coming.
Carol says ship UPS. Tommy says UPS is already $1 cheaper on those tubes. Not sure why everyone uses USPS.
Well, you can't use Well, one of the good things about it was the boxes were free from USPS.
Yeah.
So to find a box that a golf club will fit in would probably cost you $1 anyway, at least.
What I did read somewhere, and I forget, is that the USPS Postal Service is going to get really strict about putting correct dimensions in when you ship something.
Oh.
That
UPS has free boxes?
that they're going to start
I didn't know that.
Did it?
that they're going to start charging a fee
Get it.
if you don't have your correct dimensions in when you ship the thing.
Huh.
Oh, this one says package length over $22, there will be a $4 fee.
Yeah, they're going to increase like $4 for a long
And then
tube.
a $15 fee for package length over 30 inches.
Over 30.
That's
Golly.
$15 fee on top of your
Get it.
shipping cost. Is that the way I read it?
I just sold a rooster.
Over 22 inches. Good grief. I have some stereo equipment that's more than 22 inches wide. Dang.
So they're saying, Regina's saying that it's $4 or it's a surcharge of.
That's what I'm reading, that it's a surcharge. Hi, Regina. Of $4 over, in addition to your shipping cost, whatever that is.
Oh.
And then
Over 30 inches is
$15.
$15. So that's virtually every baseball bat and virtually every golf club.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Dang.
Morning, Regina.
So I wonder
Yeah.
when that takes effect. I don't know if I can sell all my. I've got probably 25, 30
Man.
golf clubs that I haven't even listed yet. And then I've probably got at least that many more
So
Yeah.
this is apparently
that
a
are listed.
proposal, right?
Huh?
It's apparently a proposal. Oh, but they want to do it. They want it to go into effect January 9th.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I heard Bearded say, yeah, USPS is just giving up the long packages to FedEx and
Yeah.
UPS.
We never.
Yeah.
Yes,
One
I
of
don't.
my problems with UPS is we don't have a package drop off here. It would be 35 miles for me to get to a UPS.
Yeah, it's far from here too.
We got FedEx now. We can drop off at Dollar General.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Or Walgreens.
that saved me a lot of trips.
Yeah. Oh, CVS, I guess, too. Takes FedEx. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
CVS takes, maybe that's what she was saying. CVS takes UPS.
Yeah, same deal. I'm
Walgreens.
Staples, Office Max, or CVS. I don't have any of those. I had a lumber yard here, but it burned down.
Yeah, Tommy, I live 35 miles from all the Staples and CVS and Office Maxes.
All I have is one of those boxes, and that's like, as close as the mailbox or the mail post office the mailbox. The post office is to me, but it's just one of those little boxes. You can't like fit anything big in it.
Yeah. But when Dollar General took on FedEx, I was like, yes.
Yeah. But I
Because
probably could just take it to the store.
I even had some things that didn't make any sense to sell because of the travel to get to the drop off.
Yeah, like Tommy's saying, just go to the UPS website. If you type in, you'll be able to see where there's drop-off places. I don't use UPS, and I don't know why, because when I send something FBA, I always send it at UPS, but regular stuff, I don't.
Like
Hey,
this.
Nikki.
Hi
I got
guys.
this balsa wood airplane at the
Oh.
auction yesterday also.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
It's
And
a
it looks long.
it's a kit. Yeah,
Morning,
it's
Craig.
got to be at least 40 inches long.
Oh, wow.
Don't you have some kind of pack and mail or something by you, Todd?
Oh, what?
A pack and mail business?
No.
I don't have any of that either.
Again, it's 35 miles. FedEx will do pack and mail, but
Well, I guess you and Sally know what kind of business to open then, right?
Maybe.
I can't believe there's not a pack and mail by you guys. Come
I
We
on.
don't
live in a
we don't have
town with
anything like that.
3,500 people. There ain't none of that stuff here. But anyway,
Yeah.
hi Tara.
Hi,
Okay.
Tara.
You know, when I lived in northern Wisconsin, we had 1,200 people, and in the winter, we maybe had 700, and we even had UPS and FedEx drop off up there.
Yeah,
It was like 5 minutes from my house.
Huh.
what time you guys move, I guess.
Well, we have UPS here. We have a hub in town. Now,
It's
I
gotta be
drop it off by their door because their office is only open from like 5:30 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30. But they got a
Mhm.
box out there. I just stack the boxes up by the door, and I've never had a problem. When I first moved here, FedEx, the closest FedEx was like 15 miles one way away from me. Now we don't have Walgreens, but now I guess you can drop them off at Dollar General. But tell you the truth, I just use UPS now. I don't even use FedEx.
That's right, Tommy. Whenever I hook up to the internet, it's like, you remember that from
Yeah.
AOL?
Trying to think of, I was reading the other day that somebody else is starting to pick up or starting to take UPS. Can't remember.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. I
MySpace.
used to have a lumber yard that was right down the street, and they had a UPS. It was like a UPS drop off. And then I have a box that you can drop packages into, and that was it. But the lumber yard burnt down, so we don't have that anymore.
I didn't pay attention to where it was because I don't use UPS.
But I know for a fact that our UPS guy that is local, he goes to the store every day. So I'm wondering if I could just like, leave something there for him in the window or something, and he'll see it and take it. Maybe it's worth a try if I have to.
Yeah.
You probably would. Because did I hear, and this might be wrong, but I thought I heard like if you're like in town, you see a UPS driver, if you got them prepaid, they'll take your package.
Oh yeah,
I heard that too.
they will. I know FedEx does. I don't see
Yeah.
why UPS wouldn't.
Yeah, I think
I
they
don't
do.
usually chase them around, but I did hear that.
What have you
Yeah,
guys scheduled to pick up with UPS?
Yeah, I suppose I could do that, but I'm not that organized. I don't want to do
Well,
that.
you gotta maybe stalk them and see where they stop at. Tommy says he had people pull up at red lights and throw stuff in his cab.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm sure that if that guy goes there, that that he'll take, because I know that they drop off stuff at the store, and then the guy that usually does that, he lives here locally, so I'm sure he would probably take it too.
So Beth can just send all of her UPS out of her own office where
Yeah,
she works.
that's good.
Well, that works unless it's a holiday and nobody's at the office.
Yeah.
Hi, sister,
But
again.
then Beth lives in an area where a UPS drop off is probably on every corner.
Probably.
When I was using FedEx, I would go to the It was a Rite Aid that turned into a Walgreens. You could drop off FedEx there. But the only thing is, and sometimes I snuck some through. You're not supposed to drop anything off like at the Walgreens that was more than 45 pounds. Now I don't know if that's
Mhm.
all Walgreens or was just this Walgreens, but yeah, if you have something heavy, you're supposed to take it right to FedEx.
I think ours says 50.
Oh,
I
Huh.
usually go to the UPS store. They have the UPS store here, but sometimes we'll do FedEx through Walgreens.
yeah, I quit FedEx with UPS.
So just USPS is going up with that rate.
As far as I know, I mean, when FedEx and UPS see that USPS is going up, they may raise theirs some too. I don't know.
They're losing a lot of business too. I mean, they're just helping FedEx and UPS. I don't really
Yeah,
understand what the post office is exactly doing, but
they're just turning it
whatever.
over.
I mean, really, the only thing I
What?
sell, the only thing I ship is first class.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, at the post office, I mean, I would say like unless it's first class, 90% of my stuff's going UPS.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
mean, unless it's something like a priority, flat rate envelope or something like that I'm using. But I mean, for like regular boxes, not that much is going
Hi,
UPS.
Karen.
It's cheap.
yeah,
Honestly, it's a better rate through UPS too.
Yeah.
yeah. With Pirate Ship, they got the rates down pretty low for UPS. I saw.
Yeah.
And I've heard over the last few years, UPS has really upped their game. They're not as bad as they used to be.
I've never
Yeah.
really had a problem with UPS that I can think of. I mean, I can't really think of one.
And they used to
And
be horrible.
I've shipped some big stuff with them when I was still up in Wisconsin where they like send the little semi over to pick it up from you and that. I mean, I never really had a problem with them.
Mm. I'm always partial to FedEx because I work for them, but
I know it's because you're FedEx loyal.
I am. They paid my bills for quite a few years, and then some.
Yeah, it was Cindy.
FedEx bought my
She
house.
sent, Cindy said she sent a 20-pound box for $14.88. So that's pretty good.
No. Yeah, and I'll say UPS. I mean, I think the post office is better this year, but I will say UPS, at least it's getting the stuff to where it goes before Christmas.
Yeah.
Last year the postal service had a lot of problems with that.
Oh, last year was so horrible for
Yeah.
people. I
Yeah,
didn't have any problems, but except for except for my daughter's DVDs didn't come until well after the New Year, I think it was. But other than that, I didn't have any problems with my shipping. But boy, a lot of people had a lot of problems.
yeah. I thought USPS would be at least as bad this year as they were last year, but they
Yeah.
haven't.
I
They've
haven't had
been
any
doing.
problems. I didn't have a lot of problems last year. I had a couple. And you also had a couple buyers that started figuring out because I think was it like 10 or 12 days if it didn't move in the postal service and they could open up a claim with eBay. You had some people figure that out. But the problem is the item would still end up coming real late and they would end up getting a refund. We had a gun stock that we paid, I don't know, we sold it for like $150. We paid the $25 to stop it and bring it back our way. something else too we did that with. It was like a vintage keyboard, like an IBM clacky keyboard that sold for more.
Wow.
And then the person, I think they might have been from Texas, and then they're like, "Oh, I see it made it to our post office, and now it's being reversed. Oh, we still want it. Can we just rebuy it from you?" Because we had to give them the refund because it hadn't moved in so many days. But then they're still watching it, so I'm like, "Okay, you guys are a little smarter than you should be."
I have to agree with them with an IBM clicky keyboard, though. I used to buy those. I wish I still had that outlet because they sell really good. I used to go and buy them at Computer Renaissance for like $5 because I just love the clickiness of them. I have to agree with them on the clicky keyboards.
Yeah, I think it's like these people that do that, like, and I'm totally ignorant here. Like they like to do like play the older games. Like if you have something like a Microsoft 95 game, they want like the whole older monitor and a lot of that stuff or the old software because it only gets played on that software. But these are like those old clicky clacks where the plug-in is the round one, not like the wireless or the flat one. I think it's a flat one now for a more modern keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fishing and Pickin' had a whole bunch of stuff happen to him last year during this time, and it was like it was really bad. Like, you know, he said something like $5,000 or something that was messed up in his account that he never got back. I mean, basically, he lost items and money.
Oh, wow.
He thought his was horrible. And it was almost like they knew that they can get away with if it started getting late. You know, they knew whatever time time period or whatever, and they would just.
Yeah, he said FedEx ground as contractors. Yeah, when we lived in Wisconsin, Jim's friend was a FedEx contractor. Anyway, he complained one day because the grocery store is next to the FedEx drop and UPS drop. And you got this like 25-year-old with his earbuds on and stuff, and he takes our boxes out to the back of the truck, and we don't usually complain. He's shooting them in the truck like he's shooting hoops. You know what I mean? Like, a 3-point. He's doing everything with like the wrists and everything, just shooting them up in
Oh
the
my
truck.
god!
Jim was ready to kill him.
Like he's trying to shoot baskets or
Yes,
something.
not kidding you. I mean, he's not like right at the back door. He's like 3-4 feet from the back door, shooting them up to different shelves like he's playing basketball.
I seen a video of this guy punting. He'd throw it up and kick it.
Yeah.
And make it into the truck.
And we had some like glass object that got broke or something, and Jim's like, I know it was that asshole shooting those package basketballs in the back.
Oh my god. That's so scary. It makes you never want to ship anything fragile.
It has to be worth enough. It has to be worth enough. If it's a fragile item that's only worth if it's worth under $20 and fragile, I don't even want to mess with it.
I don't put fragile on my packages anymore because it's like they say, challenge accepted.
Yeah, I never have done.
If I put fragile on my package, it always gets broke. If I don't, it never gets broke. Honest to God. When I worked for FedEx Freight. I did not work for FedEx Ground, but
I don't know what he's doing. Love crack. I know that I blocked him for 5 minutes. Just because they were saying the same thing and they were just
saying like a weird message. I don't even know.
Yeah. Maybe they don't speak Yay, I got paid for the rooster.
Yep.
Get it.
There you go.
Yeah. So this is it's gonna be a good day, I think.
Yeah.
It seems like it. I gotta get my listing done.
We got cruddy weather, but
Huh?
we got cruddy weather. We we were supposed to have like
Wind?
50-mile-per-hour winds and stuff last night. But
Yeah.
now
Are you getting wind there?
we got really bad wind and we're starting to get snow now.
No.
Our waves in Lake Superior were supposed to be as big as hurricane waves in the Atlantic Ocean, they said.
Yeah, we're getting 50-mile-per-hour gust here today.
Yeah, in
And
Rylander, right where I used to live, they had 75-mile-an-hour gusts last night. They got
I
a bunch of power outages there in the area I used to live.
I'm sure people are going to be surfing in the lake today.
yeah, it's gonna be warm. Look at Todd's temperature already. It's gonna be warm. I used it, Karen, and I don't think my pieces were Bakelite, but I still have a couple more that I put back that I have to find. So I'm still keeping it so that I can try the semi-chrome on that.
What
But
do you
the
got?
other one, huh?
What do you got?
Well, Karen sent me the semi-chrome polish to try, to see if it was Bakelite.
Oh,
You know, like because I had some bracelets and stuff,
yeah.
and like some jewelry and stuff, and the ones that I tried, they were not Bakelite.
Oh,
And but I do have some other pieces that I want to try. I just have to find them. I've been going through my jewelry slowly, trying to weed out a lot of that, sell it for super cheap. But yeah, it's like 55 here.
Yeah, I think
And
it's going to be the high 60s here, but it's going to rain today. Next 3 days,
yeah,
it's going to rain here.
well, it's supposed to be down into the 30s by the evening, so it's gonna. This is like a cold front.
we had rain yesterday,
Yeah.
and it was like 40-some degrees yesterday, but it's only like 27 today. And now we have snow. I know my one door that I don't have a screen door on it right now. I got to buy a new screen door,
Yeah.
and that one was froze shut this morning.
Well, they closed the school, and a bunch of places don't have power. And I lost power 6 times from 7 a.m. to 9. I lost power 6 times, and it came back on. So I'm like, oh, please, maybe it's done. Maybe it's done.
Honestly, like this time of year when it's warm and rainy like that up there, that sucks. Because it ain't going to last, and then it just turns into a big icy mess.
Ice. Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? We don't have hardly any snow anymore. And but this wind is like hurting a lot of people right now. And
That,
hopefully they
our
can get
snow,
the lines fixed before tonight so that people will have power so they can have heat.
our snow went away yesterday, but now we're getting some snow today. I don't think we're going to get much, but a couple inches maybe.
Yeah.
But
Oh my goodness,
our hayride, I think we're going to have. It's our last weekend this weekend, and I think we're going to have an ice rink up there, I think, because I think with all that rain last night, and then it doesn't soak into the ground because it got cold right away. So
yeah, for sure.
we'll have a big ice rink up there this weekend. I ain't going because of my foot, but
Oh, that's Mr. Sadie says the Amazon warehouse near me was destroyed last week. One wall standing, 6 dead.
Was that the one that was in Illinois? Unless it was.
No, he's
he's
Missouri.
in St. Louis, but I don't know if that's on the border there.
He's in Missouri.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's horrible. Now the one that was by you, that was like 4 miles away or something, right, Tara?
Oh, well, the one did several. So the one out in Mayfield, like that was Western Kentucky. That's a ways away. But then we had one come through here in Taylor County, that was 3 miles from my house, but the road's real curvy. Probably as the crow flies, it was maybe 2 miles from my house.
No.
Mm.
Yeah, and it went through that valley. It killed a person there, that 2 mile away one. It
Oh,
killed one woman, sucked her out of the house, and she landed out in the field.
Mm.
that
And it
sucks.
destroyed like a bunch of barns. I think it traveled like in our county for 5 or 6 miles before it headed over to the next county and then maybe dispersed. Took out. There was a house here. It was called the Sanders House. It was built in like 1829. It was on the historic register house because it was when that Hunt's Raiders were coming through. They had some Confederate like fight there, Civil War fight, and that got totally leveled, destroyed. I was up that night. It was funny, well, it wasn't funny, but I was sick. I had a cold, so I was sleeping in a recliner because I didn't want to lay down flat. And around 2:30, the warning started coming out. Like take immediate shelter. And I'm like listening to it, and the hail came in. I'm like, oh, I don't like that because usually that's in front of something bad. And it got a little windy. We had absolutely no damage. And the wind sounded funny, but to tell you the truth, that morning, like Bridget messaged us Tara all right and stuff. I really didn't know any of that happened because we had no electricity and no internet or nothing, and my cell phone's real sketchy at the house. I mean, so I didn't know it was happening. So we go to town. I had to go get, this is so stupid, toilet paper. I'm coming to the road, and you've got kind of this big hill right before this tornado. I'm at the top of the hill. I'm like, wow, look at that, Jim. They must have been logging in here or something. They did that awful fast. Well, it's where that tornado went through. It took out all the woods. There's houses that
Wow.
are just totally gone, swatted through there, barns gone. Went to the next highway, which is by another Civil War plantation, this Clay Hill Farm, took out all the woods in there. And I'm like, well, we better go check on Jim's family. Tornado went right in between us. Neither of us had any damage. It took us an hour to get to town that day because you couldn't get out of the roads around here.
Wow.
It was pretty. I mean, for as short of a run it had, it did a pretty good amount of damage.
Mr. Say said, yeah, it was the Maryville, Illinois one. That's 20 minutes away from him.
Yeah, because he lives by St. Louis, which is on the border with Western Illinois.
Hmm.
Oh my God, those poor Mayfield Candle Factory people, and they were working for like $8.75 an hour. They're seasonal workers, so they're just paying them just over minimum wage. Like, oh my
And they
God.
told him that they
Oh
couldn't
my
leave.
gosh.
Yeah, I did hear some reports where somebody said something like that, but I haven't really watched much of the news. I just got like internet back lately yesterday afternoon.
I saw something about an Amazon worker who was killed, and he had sent text to his girlfriend saying, "There's a tornado coming," and they weren't allowed to leave.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, they
I
probably
can,
protecting them by telling them to stay put, right?
yeah, I mean, I guess some of it's like, well, okay, don't. I mean, maybe when the warning's out, but it's almost like, well, what are you going to do? Go drive out on the road? You might run into the
Right.
tornado that way, or if you're walking somewhere, you might
Yeah.
end up, getting in it. So, it's like, remember when we were in school, you'd all have to go to like the hallway that they thought was the safest and, stand there or whatever.
Well, I mean, unless you have I would think unless you have like a shelter
I don't
there,
have
you can't really
we don't have a
stay.
basement under this old farmhouse here. I mean, because I was standing downstairs, I'm like, oh, well. Oh, I wonder where we should go. But we have windows in every room and everything. I guess I could have went under the kitchen table. I just kind of stood by the front door like a dummy watching what was going on.
That would be me too. Like I just get caught up and I watch the clouds, and I was doing that this morning. I got home and we had thunder and lightning, and so I was just watching that for the longest time, and then I came in the house and it started really whipping out there.
That tornado doesn't make you miss Wisconsin?
No, not when you. Hey, where I used to live, they have 80-mile-an-hour winds and nobody's got power or anything up there, and gonna have a bunch of ice there in the next day. No, thank you.
Hmm.
This house I'm living in was built like I would assume sometime post Civil War, like maybe 1880, and it's still standing. So, I mean, I ain't gonna worry about it. I've been in tornadoes in Eagle River up there,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh, we can get tornadoes here, but we don't.
I think this in Taylor County, they say this is the worst tornado that's been ever recorded. I
No,
know I know they had one in Mansville, but that was in the 70s.
Cold State, Kentucky.
No, but I'm talking about the one that actually touched down here, not the one in Mansville. We don't get that many here, really.
Oh, this is the worst tornado that's in Kentucky history. Because they've been, I mean, a cave.
Nikki thinks you missed it and you want to move back to Wisconsin now that you've experienced discomfort with losing your power and that.
I have a generator.
You're not worried about getting flying off in a tornado.
Yeah. I had to go to town and buy 5 gallons of no ethanol gas for the generator. We just sat and watched DVDs.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't listen. I will tell you something funny is though. So that hit the wee hours of Saturday morning. Then, because we went to town and looked at our phones on eBay, eBay changed our shipping. They gave us an extra day. But then, okay, and this is gonna sound crazy conspiracy. They like throttled us on Sunday because we had like one damn sale. I mean, we've been really selling very well. And all of a sudden Sunday just drops down to nothing. So me and Jim Monday morning, we do all our packages, we go to his family's house, we do our labels, and then we start getting sales again. And I'm like, they're probably seeing how bad we're impacted so we can get our shit out.
And once I started printing labels, I go, I refresh the things I got shipped yet on the computer as I'm printing the labels. All of a sudden I refresh and the shipments are now due that day. They took away the extra day as soon as I started shipping. It's like, oh, okay, you can ship. We're going to make you ship on your normal schedule now. And our sales began to pick up. So, I mean, if they really throttle your sales to air quotes help you, that would suck. I mean, they have turned into the government.
You had a disaster. We're going to help you by throttling your sales. I'm from the
government. I'm here to help. You need to shut everything down and stop making money.
Oh, Valerie said that Everest had a tornado warning yesterday. Lots of funnels. Don't miss that all. They still don't have power there. Screw that.
That night, the cell phones are going off, and I always mix up tornado watch with tornado warning. I'm like, well, it's just a watch. It's just like, oh, there might be a tornado, Well, no, it was a warning. There was actually a tornado.
Well, it's like a warning. Don't stick your arm outside the ride. Well, it's a warning. It's not like it's more like a guideline.
Everywhere you live, there's something,
Oh yeah.
Something
They're always creating one kind of weather for
just
another.
what you can live with, I mean, like me, I'm not used to living with tornadoes because we don't get them here. But I mean, I think the last tornado that touched down here was like 80 some years ago or something or whatever. Anyways, or 100 years ago. Well, anyways, but you guys that are living tornado and hurricane country and stuff like that, you guys couldn't imagine living with this cold weather, I mean, you guys would rather die than live in this cold weather, But what you can handle, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just about there.
Yeah. People think that my cold weather is just as bad as tornadoes and hurricanes, or worse, and it's like, well,
it can be horrible.
But the way I see it is that, at least tomorrow I know my house will be there. I may have frozen, might have to replace a pipe or two, but.
My friend moved down here, and she was from northern Wisconsin too, and she goes, you know what? I want to live in a place where if I pass out outside in January, I don't have to worry about freezing to death, and I can't say that here.
Well, don't pass out. Don't get so drunk that you're going to pass out.
Hey, how many times up north do you hear a story about somebody that passes out outside and ends up freezing to death?
I know.
Jim's godson did that, and that kid was only when he died. He was 30 years old. Went out in the woods, drunk, passed out, hiding from the cops, and froze to death in the woods.
So the cops actually killed him.
Yeah. So it was the cops' fault.
Yeah. The cops should have been chasing him. Yeah, we had just about 5 or 6 years ago, I remember this young girl, 20-some years old, left the bar with her friends, and I always bring this up because people always make fun of me because no matter day or night, cold or warm, I always wait when I drop somebody off. I always wait for them to get in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
And people make fun of me about that. Well, anyways, this one girl, her friends dropped her off after bar closing, and they left, and she passed out outside, and she ended up living, but she ended up losing like fingers and a foot and whatever, from frostbite. And everybody always makes fun of me about waiting until they get in the house. And it's like, you know what? If that girl's friends would have waited, 20 seconds more, they'd either seen her pass out or watched her get in the house, I mean, I've got an extra few seconds in my life to make sure somebody gets home safe.
I always do that.
I knew somebody from Ashland, and they told me this crazy story, and I don't know if I can believe it because I can't believe you could do this, about a guy that used to drink a can of heat and then walk around in the middle of the winter barefoot in town.
Oh Jesus, I think that's crazy.
Old Lake
That might be up there with my biting fish.
Oh yeah, you're attack muskie. Well, if you believe the attack muskies, then you have to believe this one.
You attack muskies.
He would tape sand dollars he found on the lakeshore.
Yeah.
$10 sandals.
Them are all over there in Ashland, those attack muskies, man.
Mr. Say says he's very selective about where he passes out.
Yeah.
Experience is key.
Yeah,
I remember snowmobiling up there one time, and Jim's sled broke down. We had to leave it and two up at home, and it must have been like, I don't know, 35 below. It's about midnight or whatever. And I mean, like, this, I was kind of thinking to myself, this is probably a good way to die. You know, you're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
You know, if your other sled breaks down, you're going to be really screwed. And remember that night? It was super ass
Was that with
cold.
the Scorpion?
Yeah, when that fan belt broke.
No, we two-upped it. We towed it home.
No, we didn't. We left it at Kurt's, and you came back and picked it
Oh,
up.
but we
towed
towed
it
it
out Kurt's.
from Sugar Camp.
Oh, we did tow it.
Yeah,
that
remember
far.
I crossed that lake. My hands were really cold, so I would reach down. It was a fan cooled. Well, the hot air blows out the side of the hood. So I'd take off my glove and stick it down and catch the warm air, warm up my fingers, put my hand down there, no air. I'm like, well, if there's no air coming out, that means I got no fan. So I shut the sled down. I'm like, I opened up the hood, and sure enough, I got no fan belt. So I would have seized the motor. So I had to hook my tie Tara's to mine. We stopped at that bar for a little while.
Oh yeah, that guy was giving us dirty looks.
That was
you
right
wanted
after,
clothes.
though. That was before the belt broke, though. Remember, because we left,
Oh, yeah.
we just came in there to warm up. We thought it would look cool, like we'd be like an old timey.
What was I driving?
I was wearing like an old timey helmet that was just useless.
Oh yeah,
you
didn't even and it was like late at night. It's like 11 midnight.
So I don't care. Were you on your Panther?
Or was I on that Skidoo?
Maybe you're on the Skidoo. Anyway, so we tied my sled to the back of hers, but it was too hard to pull me on the snowmobile, so I had to get on the snowmobile with her, so it was light enough to tow. It just worked better. Anyway, but yeah, it was a long ride home, and it was the kind that pulls your space skin tight.
Yeah, it was cold.
That sucks. I would never go back to that. No offense. No flipping way.
We lived it. We did it. There's no cheese at the end of that tunnel.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, Jim would be working at the real estate office. He'd get off at 5. We'd feed the horses, do everything in the barn, and they'd be like, well, let's go out snowmobiling. So we'd leave at like 8. Shit, we weren't getting home till like 2 in the morning. Well, in the middle of the night up there in January, I mean, yeah, it's below zero.
I just walked out to get a bunch of boxes and a T-shirt. It's comfortable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, now you can't snowmobile.
Yeah, well, we got rid of. Well, I brought 2 snowmobiles with us. We did bring. I did bring 2 snowmobiles down here, and for that once or twice a year, when we get some snow and it lasts for 5 days, I'll be ready and I'll snowmobile.
And you have to bring a gun with you if you go out in the boat because you got to worry about other crap getting you.
What the hell's gonna get me in the boat?
We don't have muskies here.
Yeah, we don't have muskies. We don't have to worry about it.
Don't you have alligators or something down there?
In Kentucky alligators. Did you need to go take your geography lessons again?
Poisonous snakes and spiders, though.
It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
The poison snakes. I mean, you don't bother.
I've never seen a poisonous snake. I mean, how many poisonous spiders have I seen? I don't think any.
All spiders have venom.
Yeah, but I mean, if it looks like an icky spider, I ain't gonna go mess with it. I ain't gonna go, hey, Mr. Icky Spider, let me poke you some and stuff.
Well, no,
I'm just gonna the hell away from it.
No, but you guys are auction people like me. I mean, how many times have you gotten a box from an auction that's got a spider in it? I don't want to dig through an auction box and pull out a nub.
You know what though? The poison snakes keep the spider population down.
I found more auction boxes that will have like small cardboard roaches in them or silverfish than I have spiders. To tell you the truth.
The silverfish and the roaches keep the spider population down, and the scorpion.
Now, see up here, you don't get roaches unless you're a pig. So.
Yeah, they like cardboard and stuff. So it's like, oh, if they have a bunch of cardboard in their garage, you can get that kind of stuff. And we got these other things. They call them tree roaches, which they live on wood. but they'll be real black. They almost kind of look a little bit like a pine beetle. They're real big like that.
Yeah, and these roaches, they don't eat like breadcrumbs, right? I mean, it wouldn't be like they would eat like, well, like let's say a person kept an unclean house. They don't eat that kind of stuff. It's specifically cellulose. They're like kind of like termites. They eat wood fiber, and they're drawn in by light. So
And Jim knows a lot about roaches because he had roaches in his dorm room when he went to college. And they came in on the beer boxes because they bought a bunch of clearance Rylander beer. And
we
the
bought a
roaches
pallet
were
of
in.
beer,
Oh,
$1.20 a case, Old Bohemian Club.
Oh, it's
beer.
Old Bohemian.
Oh my god, it was like freaking,
yes.
I don't know, it was horrible. I can't even describe it. It tasted like vinegar water. It was probably spoiled, but we drank it anyway. And all the other guys in the dorm were drinking it.
Did you get drunk on it?
Yeah,
Oh.
got sick too. And I don't mean like sick, like I drank too much sick. I mean sick, like intestinal problems
Food
for the next 3
poisoning.
days. Yeah,
Food
like food
poisoning.
poisoning.
Oh, goodness. Well, thank y'all for coming on here. It was a fun show today.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all
We
coming
covered a
on.
lot of topics. A little reselling, a little bit of roaches.
Beats the
Yeah.
hell out of all the shows I did.
Oh, you do a good job, Todd.
Leave it to me and Tara to change the subject to something
Oh boy.
as far away from reselling as possible.
Honestly, you should move south, Nikki. And I'll tell you this, like here, I have not seen a poisonous snake yet. And I don't like snakes. You will see big like rat snakes and stuff like that, but I haven't seen a poisonous one yet.
You're gonna see me not moving, but coming down during the coldest month. I want to leave. I want to stay till Christmas. Then, as soon as Christmas is over, go down a little way south. It don't even have to go far south, but at least Iowa. And
Iowa?
well, I
Oh,
mean,
that's
somewhere,
anybody that lives in Iowa, but what the hell you want to go there for?
Well, not Iowa, but just not very. I don't have to go far south, but anyways, just somewhere warmer so my arthritis don't flare up. And I'll just stay until March, and then I'll come back. And
That sounds like a good plan.
I love it up here. I'm sorry.
Well, that's cool.
But
I
all my
like
family
there.
is
I don't hate it there. I just don't want to
What,
move
Iowa?
back. Yeah, Nikki wants to be a snowbird that winters in Iowa, and I said no offense if anybody lives in Iowa.
Well, not necessarily Iowa. That was just one state they said, but
Yeah, well, the only good thing that's ever come out of Iowa, Nikki, is John Wayne.
I agree. I was so dumb. I was in Iowa a couple years ago at that steam show. We went down there. They treated us well, but oh boy, were they dumb. But I like it up here because when I'm driving home or whatever, I'm like, oh man, it's 90 degrees outside. I'm hot as hell. I'm gonna go swim. I go jump in that lake and not have to worry about what's in it.
No, I don't like swimming in lakes anyway. I much prefer swimming in a pool. I don't like sticks or weeds or anything touching me. I don't care if I'm swimming in northern Wisconsin or in Florida. I like to swim in a pool.
I remember they were watching the show, me and my girls, and they live down south somewhere, and they're just jumping in this lake, and we're like, oh my God, they don't know what's in there.
I was swimming in Eagle River, and I got impetigo from up there swimming in the Eagle River chain. And that is, I mean, you get like this weird, like weeping sore and stuff, and it got in my ear and everything. I mean, and that came from, I know exactly, me and Brandon both got it. We were swimming at the island in Cranberry Lake in Eagle River, Wisconsin.
We don't have impetigo in our lakes.
Whatever. Oh, get out of here, Nikki. We only live 2.5 hours apart. You're full of shit. And you couldn't go in Eagle River. I mean, like they had that Silver Lake Beach at Public Beach. And then I didn't swim there because you have those little toddlers in there pooping and peeing. And one day I'm sitting there and the lady's changing the baby's diaper and rinsing his poopy butt right in the swimming area of the beach. I'm like, gotta be kidding.
Gross. That's gross.
It's natural.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to shut it down. I'll see you guys later.
Bye,
see you
Sally.
tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming on. Y'all have a good day.